Good morning to one and all. Whether my voice is audible and can you see my presentation? Please comment in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ajink. Okay. So in the last lecture, we have started discussion on the Kanban. Okay. So what is meant by Kanban and how it is useful for the industries to visualize the workflow and limit the work in progress. That is nothing but WIP. Okay. So in Japanese, the Kanban is a Japanese word and invented first in a Toyota company. Okay. In 1940s, and the meaning of Kanban is visual card. Okay. So it is one kind of a board. Okay. Kanban board, and over that particular board, uh, all the processes are mentioned, and the work in progress, or the which material is at which location, that we will come to know from this particular Kanban board. Okay. So we have discussed what is meant by lean production. Lean production is one kind of a management approach to reduce the waste and to increase the quality of the product. That is nothing but lean production. And the companies want to implement the lean production systems in the industries. We know that the in the last webinar also we have discussed that this is the method of a buyers. Okay, this is the market of a buyer. So the sellers want to increase the quality of the product, as well as they want to reduce the losses in the industries. And for that purpose, the lean production system or lean manufacturing system should be implemented in the industries. Okay. So lean manufacturing or lean production system is nothing but what, uh, to reduce the waste, or to reduce the unprofitable things and to increase the quality of the product. That is nothing but lean manufacturing or lean production system. So then we have discussed that the main flavors of the Kanban, means how it is useful for the industries. First of all, it will use the overview of the entire plant. That is nothing but the visualize the workflow. Okay, visualize the workflow. So for that purpose, we need to consider one board, or we have to take one board, and on that board, uh, the columns should be provided according to the segmentation of the work. Okay, and uh, the work will be divided in a pieces, or we can say that in small pieces or small workstations, and accordingly which material is at which place. For that purpose, we have to use the pins and the cards. Okay, and the naming should be provided to that card, and the location as per the actual location of that material in the industry, we have to provide that location on the board. Okay, so that is nothing but it will provide the overview of the material or the product where it is situated in the industry. Okay, then it will limit the work in progress. Okay, so limits are provided. Okay, initially we can say that there is a uh, the physical boards were there, and on that physical boards we have to provide, like that physical boards are there, and on that physical boards we have to provide the cards according to the products and or the material, and we have to transfer these cards from one column to the another column. Okay, so but nowadays this physical Kanban board is replaced by the computerized Kanban boards. Okay, to reduce complication in the process. Okay, you can see here the first or we can say that the Kanban board which is used in Tokyo Toyota industry in Japan. Okay, so this is the Kanban board. In early era, these types of Kanban boards are used, and these are the cards which are used to locate or to find out the material at which location. Okay, to locate the material in the system. Okay, or which process is going on, which product that will that one can find out from this particular Kanban board. So one can visualize the all the functions of the industries on one Kanban board also. Okay. Then nowadays you can see that these types of softwares, Kanban softwares, are used in the industries to locate or to manage the workflow. Okay, to manage the workflow. So here you can see that the requested, okay, in progress and completed work. Okay, so how much is pending, how much is under construction or under working condition, and how much work is completed. So that we will come to know by using these types of these types of softwares. And these softwares are finding good implementation or application in software companies also. Okay, so most of the software companies also these types of softwares, Kanban softwares, are using to visualize the work in progress, to visualize the task completion in the industry. Okay, so if you say that you want to perform, or you want to or the company want to develop one software. Okay, so the software request will become uh, uh, from from the customer side, and that will comes under the request section. Okay, and once the work will start on that particular software, then it will be in a progress. So in that also you can segregate. This is just a dashboard. Okay, this is just a dashboard. So if you want to see what is work in a progress on that particular software, then you can just click on this task 3, and you can enter in inside that particular section. Okay, so in that you can see that there are different kinds of sections we have to provide. Okay, so and we have discussed that it is also useful to limit the work in progress. Okay, so work in progress, you can say, you can just provide the limit to that particular section. Okay, how much work one can allocate for the particular section. So for that purpose you can provide the limits, and you can limit that work in progress. And for that purpose, initially we have to provide the zero limit. Okay, at the initial stage we have to provide the zero limit, and just find out how much time is required to complete that work at that particular work location. Okay, and on that basis, if when you get the sufficient data, then that the data analysis, after data analysis, you have to provide to provide some limits to particular process. Okay, for the particular process. So here you can see that the limits is exceeded. Okay, so that the next work cannot be entered in this particular section. Okay, until and unless one will transfer to the next stage, another work will not be entered in this particular section. So in this manner we can directly control the processes in the industries. We can directly control the processes in the industries, and it will also help to limit the work in progress. Okay, so this is about the Kanban. Now next process is nothing but, or we can say that next tool is nothing but the Kaizen. Okay, so this I want to share you one thing, that this Kaizen is mostly implemented in MNC companies, in large companies. Okay, and they are also finding some application in small scale companies also, but it is a management approach, based on a management approach. Okay, so what is the management approach? But here the Kaizen is not a we can say that it is not a work of one person. Okay, it should be distributed, or it should be percolated throughout the organization. Okay, throughout the organization. So it is one kind of a lean production process or lean manufacturing process. Okay, so in Kaizen all the types of workers are involved. Okay, all the types of workers are involved. Okay, because the corporate thinking in this way, that uh, the attitude of a worker for the progressing, or the thoughts of a worker for progressive nature of a industry is very much useful. Okay, what worker thinking about the work location, that is having the most priority or higher priority, and according to the workers thoughts, what we can do, or what workers are suggesting, to improve the work location. So for that thought process, the most importance is provided in a Kaizen. Okay, most importance is provided in a Kaizen. So Kaizen means what? Kai is an idea of change or the action to correct. Okay, Kai is an idea of change or the action to correct, and Zen means good. So that is nothing but good idea or good change to improve the work location and to improve the productivity of the industry. Okay, to improve the productivity of the industry. So Kaizen means change for the better. Change for the better. Kaizen means change for the better. So Kaizen is the means to achieve a corporate strategy, not the strategy. Okay. So the word, first of all, the Kaizen word is firstly mentioned by Masaki Imai in their Kaizen book. Okay, in his Kaizen book, and from that the Kaizen word is famous in the industrial sector and found a large number of application, vast application, not only the manufacturing sector. It founds application in a pharmacy sector, it founds application in a banking sector, it founds application uh, uh, in IT sector. So it covers lot of strategies. Okay, and miss it is used to improve the industries, it used to improve the business. Okay, so Kaizen is a Japanese business philosophy focused on making constant improvement. Okay, so what is situated or what is the situation of an industry, and we want to improve the situation for the the particular department or the particular section, then what requirements or what changes we should perform to increase the performance of that particular department or the overall industry. And it will not be done quickly. Okay, so one can found some changes after 1 year, one can found some changes within 1 month. Okay, and the workers or the employees can suggest that changes, and the benefits after doing that changes, what are the benefits after performing that changes, that are more having more priority. Okay, so the change should be a betterment for the work location, change for the betterment of the improvement of a work location. Okay, so it's underlying the concept stresses there will be always a room for improvement. Okay, we know that the industries are automated, but there is always a scope in that industries, automated industries, to for the improvement. So fundamentally, Kaizen aims to improve all activities and processes and eliminate waste and excess. Okay, जे काही कंपनीमध्ये चाललेल्या आहेत ऍक्टिव्हिटी अँड प्रोसेसेस चालू आहे, त्यामध्ये कशी इम्प्रुव्हमेंट करायची आणि वेस्ट रिडक्शन कसं करायचं, किंवा एक्सेस मटेरियल किंवा एक्सेस जे आहे त्या लोकेशनला ते कसं कमी करायचं ह्याच्यावरती कायझनचा जास्त फोकस असतो. सो कोणतंही लोकेशन असू द्या, तुम्ही ऑफिस जॉब करता तर तुमच्या डेस्कवरती तुम्ही कायझन वापरू शकता. तुम्ही मशीन ऑपरेटर आहात आणि मशीन ऑपरेटर वरती तुम्ही कायझन लावू शकता. तुम्ही एका वर्क लोकेशन वरती काम करताय जिथं तुम्ही क्वालिटी टूल्स यूज करताय. ओके, so like quality control, if you are doing the quality control, or if you say that you are doing the quality assurance task. Okay, and you are using some of the tools, and you have some work location. Okay, so you have to perform some task. Okay, so in that location also it can be used. Also it is useful to reduce the fatigue of employees. Okay, how one can say that, how to reduce the fatigue of employee, and that reduction in fatigue will be useful to increase the productivity. Obviously one can say that the whole business is depends on a worker and an employee. Okay, all the industries whole business depends on employees. If the efficiency of a worker or the employee will remain for a particular day, then that particular worker will work efficiently. Okay, or the health of that particular worker will remain good during the working time, then that worker will perform with high efficiency at that workstation. So when you reduce the fatigue of employee, when you reduce the fatigue of any worker, then that will be good sign for the improvement of industry, or for the improvement of a productivity of the industry. Okay, productivity of the industry. So this Kaizen is also focusing on to reduce the fatigue of employees. Okay, to reduce the fatigue of employees. Okay, so take some example. Okay, so here is this particular lady performing task of packaging. Okay, this particular lady performing a task of packaging, and for that purpose he required a bubble wrapper. Okay, to wrap that particular product, or during transportation there should not be any harm to the product. For that purpose bubble wrapper is used, and at the initial condition the bundle of wrapper is on the floor. Okay, is on the floor. Okay, and what are the problems due to that? So bubble wrapper roll on a floor, how to bend and twist constantly to reach roll. Okay, so प्रत्येक वेळेस आपल्याला तो कधी कधी स्टेडी राहतोय, कधी त्या लोकेशन वर पासून दूर जातोय, कधी तो आडवा पडला जातोय. त्यामुळे त्याला म्हणजे रॅप करताना त्या पर्टिक्युलर लेडीला ते ओढावं लागतंय आणि नंतर न रॅप करावं लागतंय. So unnecessary motion, extra steps to reach roll. Okay, sometimes when this particular lady want to break. Okay, and after coming the break, the roller will not be at its previous location sometimes. Okay, and some extra motion need to perform to complete the task, or to bring that particular roller to the previous position. Okay, so it is one kind of unsafe condition. Sometime some material will be transported through this particular section, so at that time it will be the obstacle to transport that material at this location. So there is no safety. Okay, and the problems like someone can fall on the floor by striking to this particular roller. So these types of problems are arrived. Okay, and after before, so this is before applying the Kaizen. Okay, before applying the Kaizen. Okay, and after applying the Kaizen. So what Kaizen is applied, what is the improvement? Now this roller provided some somewhat higher location. Okay, so and it can be rolled, and it is near to the lady. It is near to the lady, or it is near to the workstation. It is near to the workstation. So it will be easy to stretch the strip, and it will be easy to wrap up that particular product. Okay, so installed dispenser for easy access and reach, and so that what will happen? Improved ergonomics, no more bending and twisting, safe work area. Okay, so ergonomics, it deals with the human comfortness, and that is nothing but the lady here, you can say that need to bend to perform the task. Okay, and so extra fatigue for this particular lady while performing the task before applying the Kaizen, and after applying the Kaizen in a good position he can perform that particular task. So the lady or the worker who is working on that particular location, the fatigue of that particular worker will get reduced. Okay, so that is the simple example of a Kaizen. So here we have just done some small changes, and or that particular industry have done some small changes and improve the work location also, improve the fatigue, reduce the fatigue also, and improve the productivity also. Okay, so that is nothing but what? So Kaizen. Okay, so this is considered as a Kaizen for improving the work location, reducing the fatigue of a worker. Now then here you can see that how we can apply the Kaizen for the inspection purpose. Now here is, we can say that one motor is there and the pulley is there. Okay, here you cannot visualize the condition of the belt. Okay, condition of the belt. Okay, it is completely closed one, so we cannot inspect that particular belt, or what is the condition for that particular belt. Okay, so at initial condition. Okay, and after applying, so maybe they have provided the small cut or the part of that protector will be removed, and I think glass is provided over that, so it ensures the safety also, and one can see the condition of the belt. Okay, if there is any creep or uh, uh, proper installation of belt or not. Okay, or uh, we can say that sometime belt can cut into the sections. Okay, small cuts are there, so in this manner you can visualize in a working condition also. So in this case you cannot visualize the condition of a belt. For that purpose you have to remove this particular cap and you have to see that particular belt. So here you are reduce one process of removing of a cap or that particular protector, and just you can stand in front of the machine and you can visualize what is the condition of the belt. So that is nothing but easy inspection. Difficult to inspect the belt condition before applying the Kaizen. Easy to inspect the belt condition. Okay, so you can apply this Kaizen for any location. Okay, any location. So what is the history of a Kaizen? Now you better know what is meant by Kaizen. Okay, anything for the improvement of productivity or to reduce the reduce the human fatigue and increase the human comfort. What action you are taking at a work location or what improvement you are doing, that is nothing but a simple Kaizen. That is nothing but a simple Kaizen. Please mention in chat box whether you understood the Kaizen or not. Okay, okay, everybody, whether you understood. Okay, so the term Kaizen was officially coined in a quality management expert Masaki Imai's book Kaizen. Okay, the the key to Japanese competitive success in the mid of 1980s. Since then, the philosophy has been widely successful, thanks in large part to Imai's participation in the preaching its Toyota taught virtual thoughts throughout the world. Okay, so it firstly we have already discussed that Masaki Imai, the person who first wrote something on this particular Kaizen, and it will be it found a large number of application worldwide, and this particular Kaizen methodology accepted worldwide. Okay, and we know that it is first invented, or most of the uh, mm, these tools are invented in Toyota company. Okay, and in Japan. Okay, so post World War II, United States had its hands in developing Kaizen techniques as well. Okay, so after World War II, United States also started working on this particular methodologies, and some of the companies accepted this uh, method to improve the work location, to increase the productivity, and to reduce the waste at a work location, or to reduce the excess things at a work location. Okay, so during World War II, the United States Department of War development a system called training within the industry to increase its manufacturing capacity. Okay, TWI relied upon many of the tenets that would later form the basis of a lean. After World War II, for various reasons, TWI program and its emphasis on quality and efficiency was emblazoned in the United States, but crossed the Pacific to be received with wide acclaim in Japan. In particular, the work of W. Edwards Deming were instrumental in the growth of a Kaizen and other aspect of the Toyota production system. The system exploded in Japan during the 1950s. Okay, this particular system exploded in Japan during 1916, and also the United States also accumulate that particular system and work for the improvement of Kaizen techniques. Okay, then what is meant by the Kaizen facilities? The Kaizen facility operates on the notion that every individual and his or her ideas are an asset to the company. Okay, focus on this. The Kaizen facility operates on the notion that every individual and his or her ideas are an asset to the company. Okay, so the philosophy, consider the philosophy of this Kaizen methodology. So idea person is the asset for the company, no problem, but the thought or the idea of that particular person is also asset for the company. Okay, so very large, a large thought process or large philosophy behind this Kaizen. So an environment where mutual respect and positive recognition are fostered will prompt open communication. Improvements can only be made when people are willing to voice suggestion. Okay, so we cannot say that if you throw up the improvement or any change, that will be accepted by the worker. Okay, but the improvement suggested by the worker can be very good suggestion, or we can say that that will improve the work location and also the productivity of the firm. Okay, so here in Kaizen, whatever the suggestions are provided by the workers, whatever the suggestions are provided by the employees are considered to be a most important or provided the highest priority for that particular suggestion. Okay, so the implementation of Kaizen. The Kaizen can be implemented in many ways as an individual with a small team approach in a boardroom, almost anywhere at any time. Okay, so there is no such a location, or we can say that there is no such a restriction for the implementation of Kaizen. Individual also can apply the Kaizen. Okay, small team. Some companies form small team to find out the scope of a Kaizen in the industries. Okay, small teams can be formed. Also, one can suggest Kaizen improvement in a boardroom also. Okay, that is nothing but at a meeting location also. Okay, and that can be applicable. So there is no such a restriction that the Kaizen will be considered. The Kaizen thought process coming out of higher management, then only we have to consider that particular Kaizen technique or that particular Kaizen at a location. So that is not a scenario in the Kaizen. Okay, so everyone is included in the Kaizen process or implementation of a Kaizen, and the discussion can be happen in a boardroom also, in a small team also, and individual also suggest the Kaizen for the improvement. Okay, so Kaizen can also be implemented in a series of blitzes. Okay, so means what? If you say that initially your company is a small scale company. Okay, and we know that we have to improve our company, and but that much money or the capital is not available with the company. So in that case, steadily we have to apply the Kaizen. Okay, before taking a large step, we can go approach that particular Kaizen steadily. Okay, so initially you have to consider the semi-automation or the small automation at a work location. Then you can go for the semi-automation, or some location you can apply the automation, and then you have to apply the complete automation in the industry. So these are the steps. Okay, these are the steps for the improvement, because the capital is most important thing, and if you invest in one of the thing, and the returns will come out after 2-3 years from that particular capital, it will not be sustainable for the small scale companies or medium scale companies. So it can be applicable gradually. Okay, or series of Kaizens we can implement at a work location. Okay, so key parts of Kaizen is the continual aspect of its improvement. This is not a one-time event. Okay, so that is the scenario of a Kaizen, but one that must be maintained and encourages for years to come. It is with the steady maintenance of a Kaizen that true transformation occurs. Okay, so एकदा अप्लाय केली Kaizen प्रोसेस आणि सोडून दिली तर त्याला काही अर्थ राहत नाही. Okay, so it is a continuous improvement process. Okay, one worker suggested some kaizen at a work location. Okay, that is the good thing for some time period. Okay, or during that particular time period also another worker can suggest something else. Okay, that thought process is also good for the improvement. Okay, so needs to collaborate with thoughts and need to create uh, new ideas and need to apply that ideas. Okay, so we cannot say that once you apply and that is the final improvement. That is not a fact. Okay, we have to continuously implement this particular kaizen techniques, kaizen thought process, and encourage the workers, employees for long period of a time. Okay, so this is the implementation part of a kaizen. Okay, so Kaizen labeling. So Kaizen is a process-focused philosophy of a change and improvement. Follow it and see small changes lead to big profits. Okay, small changes also can give a big profit. Suggestions and the changes they lead to should be implemented immediately in a Kaizen environment. Okay, implementation of new ideas or reinforcement of old practices is made clear with a concise descriptive labels and signs. Okay, so whatever we have taking the suggestion from the workers, that should be implemented as early as possible, and the old ideas or old we can say that the old things or old processes we have to close up and we have to implement the new ideas, or we can say that the new kaizens. Okay, and the labeling should be provided to that. Okay, labeling in the manner that when we have implemented and what purpose we have implemented that things, and same as we have discussed over here that in this case also before and after, here also before and after, and for what purpose we have done this particular kaizen, easy to inspect the build condition. Okay, so that labeling should be provided, and uh, to labeling is also a important part. Okay, so kaizen relies upon the visual organization of a space. Clear and precise marking are a necessary component of its implementation. Long lasting OSHA safety signs, hazards, warning labels, and identifying the signs and labels from the basis of a kaizen process. Okay, so when you visit to the industries, you come to know that there are different boards are provided. Okay, hazard board is provided, then safety lines are provided over there. So this is the part of a kaizen also, so which will provide the visual, or it will clear the picture of a new person that what is located at that particular location. Okay, and for that purpose the signs are provided, labels are provided, and that is the part of a kaizen. Okay, so OSHA is one kind of a safety science. Okay, so safety science used uh, for the for work location to identify what is happening at that particular work location. Okay, so hazard warning labels. Okay, so danger signs or labels is used when the hazard present life-threatening danger. Okay, so like we can say that uh, if any location having the higher temperature, let us say the furnaces. Okay, so the danger symbol is provided, warning symbol is provided. Okay, so then warning labels and signs are used for less several hazards that still present a serious risk of injury. Then caution signs or labels is appropriate to warn of a potential hazard that could cause minor or moderate injuries or damage to the equipment. The type of science that is required in determining by OSHA and ANSI standard. These are the standard science, OSHA and ANSI. So which will be used for the warning labels, for the danger sign or labels. Okay, so this is also examples of the kaizens. Okay, misconception with the Kaizen. Okay, improvements only happen when the things are done right. So an improper implementation of Kaizen does little good. It makes dedication, commitment, and an underlying understanding to implement Kaizen properly. Okay, one common misconception is that Kaizen only works in Japan or some line of a similar ilk. Kaizen is based on the training within the industry program, one developed and deployed to great success within the United States. In other words, Kaizen has worked around the world. Okay, so these are the misconception about the Kaizen, that Kaizen is only implemented in Japan, and there is no application of Kaizen in other countries. Then the training should be provided and training programs need to arrange, and then the deployment of a Kaizen will happen in that particular area. That was the misconception in the industry, and for that purpose you required a dedication, commitment, and thorough understanding of the processes. So these are the some misconception related to the Kaizens. Okay, uh, imperfection with the Kaizen. Kaizen needs to be supported from the bottom up and from the top down. It is a long-term process, not a one-time event. Okay, Kaizen is largely self-motivated because it's driven by individual input and execution. Company results can vary. Okay, after implementation of a Kaizen, it may be sometime it provide the profit, sometime it may provide the loss for the company. Okay, so but there should a requirement of the support from the management, that is nothing but top down, and to create the Kaizen there should be a support from the bottom up, that is from the worker side also. So it is not a temporary process, uh, it is a long term process and long term event. So we should be have a patience to get the result, proper result, or the output from that particular processes. Okay, executive support. Any manufacturing operation can benefit from the Kaizen as long as there is a commitment from the management towards the total involvement in a basic Kaizen tents. That is nothing but discard conventional fixed ideas. Think of how to do it, not why it cannot be done. Okay, do not make excuses. Start by questioning current practices. Ask why why 5 times to realize the root cause of a problem. Okay, so first of all we have to eliminate the previous ideas, whatever we have performed, or what is going on in the industry. So we have to eliminate or omit that ideas. Okay, and we have to accept the new ideas. Okay, and think how to do it. Okay, that is the attitude of the person. Okay, how to do it, not why it cannot be done. Okay, then remove the excuses. Do not make any excuses. Start by questioning the current practices. That ask why 5 times. Okay, so we'll get the correct root cause after asking the why question 5 times to particular question. Okay, and so once we get the root cause, then we can find out the solution for that particular root cause. Okay, so success with the Kaizen. The goal of Kaizen is continuous improvement and is obviously a desirable. Okay, so that is the desired goal of any firm. So businesses doing the globe have implemented this lean methodology to augment profits, improve safety, increase customer retention, and boost employee satisfaction. Okay, Sony's Kaizen success. We know that the Sony company. Okay, uh, what is the success of that particular Sony company? So it is in the Kaizen. Okay, Sony uses Kaizen to increase its production efficiency by 7,000%. Okay, 7,000%. This is the success of that company, and which is because of a Kaizen. Then the another one company, Fleetwood's Kaizen success. Chicago-born Fleetwood has used Kaizen to reduce the cycle time and waste and increase profit and customer base. Okay, so the company which is situated in Chicago, okay, I think in America, Fleetwood, uh, which uses the Kaizen to reduce the cycle time and also the waste, and that will increase or that will benefited to increase the profit of the industry and the customer base also. Okay, so the benefits of Kaizen. Kaizen is a philosophy means to promote improvements. Its benefits are the improvements themselves. Kaizen champions the notion that small changes in the workplace can result in increase the profits, lower employee safety risk, and better utilization of resources. Kaizen in all forms has been shown to radically improve working environment, saving companies millions of dollars while making employee healthier and happier. Kaizen is about enacting change clearly and concisely. It gives employee a real sense of accomplishment as a million tiny steps leads to a massive change in a safety, in structure, and in profits. Okay, so these are some of the benefits of a Kaizen, how it will be benefited. So uh, lower safety risk, we can say that, and it will reduce the investment of a companies. That will be the savage for the companies. Employees health will be improved and more happier workers will be there uh, after applying the Kaizen processes. Then better utilization of resources, and that will be the good sign for the industries. Okay, and the day by day the profit of the industries will get improved if you are applying the Kaizen on a continuous basis. So lessons from the Kaizen. The Kaizen total environment approaches to improvements follows a set of rules, policies, directives, and procedures established by the management. The four basic steps in making continual improvement involves, okay, that is nothing but first one is a plan, then second one is a do, then third one is a check, and the last one is a act. So in plan, what? Plan to change the things, then do the changes, check whether it is performing good, and implement that changes on a continuous basis. Okay, that is nothing but plan, do, check. And to maintain the improved states, we standardize, do, check, standardization. One of the foundation of plant Kaizen activities means documentation of best way to do the job. Okay, this is the foundation. We have to document, we have to make a document for the things. Okay, take the required photographs, or sometimes you require some videos. You have to take the video capturing of that particular processes, and how one can improve, or how one can standardize the process. For that purpose it will be beneficial, and also it will provide the training for the upcoming employees. Okay, that documentations and that videos, that pictures will provide uh, the training, or we can say that it will be useful to provide the training for the new employees also. Okay, so that is nothing but four parameters improvement is involving: plan, do, check, act. Okay, and every company having their different policies to implement the Kaizens, and some policies need to follow, some rules need to follow, and the directives are given related to that uh, by the management to the employees. Okay, so this is about the Kaizen. So if you have any question, please ask now only. Is there any question? Okay, so we will write some points about the Kaizen. Need not to write everything. Okay, so write what is Kaizen. So next heading, second number, that is Kaizen. First we have discussed the Kanban, and second we are going to discuss the Kaizen. Okay, we have discussed Kaizen. Now you heading Kaizen. KAI, Kai, is an idea. KAI, Kai is an idea of change or the action. Kai is an idea of change or the action to correct. Okay. Kai is an idea of change or the action to correct. Z-E-N. Zen means good. Zen means good. Okay, one question I get from Rohit. How we will know on what process or product we need to apply Kaizen and make changes, or do we need to apply it all the things in the industries? Okay, so simple example. Okay, एक साध्या सरळ भाषेत सांगायचं म्हणलं, एखादी गोष्ट एक ड्रॉ, तुम्ही एका टेबलवरती बसलेला आहे, ठीक आहे, किंवा ग्राउंड वरती बसलेला आहे समजा, तुमच्याकडे नोटबुक आहे आणि पेन आहे. ओके, नोटबुक आहे आणि पेन आहे आणि सिम्पली बसलेला आहे तुम्ही आणि तुम्हाला सवय नाहीये की तो पेन किंवा ती नोटबुक एका पर्टिक्युलर लोकेशनला ठेवायची. तुमची एक बॅग आहे, तुम्ही कॉलेजला येता बॅग घेऊन येता. ओके ओके, सिम्पल, त्यापेक्षा सिम्पल सांगतो. कॉलेजला येता बॅग घेऊन येताना तुम्ही वह्यांवरती नावं लिहिलेली नाहीत, किंवा ती आडवी स्ट्रीप असते ना, वही उभी केली का त्याच्यावरती त्या सब्जेक्टचं नाव लिहिता तुम्ही. तर ते का लिहिता तुम्ही? का लिहिता? तर ज्यावेळेस तुमचं लेक्चर चालू होईल त्या सब्जेक्टचं, त्यावेळेस मी बॅग ओपन केली की त्या आडव्या स्ट्रीपवरती मला त्या नोटबुकचं नाव दिसलं पाहिजे. ओके, त्या नोटबुकचं नाव दिसलं पाहिजे, जेणेकरून मला प्रत्येक नोटबुक उघडून ती नोटबुक कशाची आहे हे पाहावं लागणार नाही. ओके, ती नोटबुक कशाची आहे हे पाहावं लागणार नाही. सो यू आर अप्लाइंग द कायझन फॉर युअर बॅग. ओके, पेन आहे तुमचा, पेन साठी तुम्ही एक स्पेशल कप्पा केलेला आहे की माझा पेन मी ह्याच कप्प्यात ठेवणार. ओके, जर तुम्ही ही प्रोसिजर फॉलो नाही केली, एकाच कप्प्यात ठेवायची, किंवा तुम्हाला माहित नसेल की मी पेन कोणत्या कप्प्यात ठेवतोय, तर तुम्हाला सर्चिंगसाठी, पेन सर्चिंगसाठी टाइम लागणार. ओके, आणि तुमचा टाइम वेस्ट होणार. सो प्रोसेस आहे ही, एक प्रोसेस आहे की एक प्रोडक्ट तुम्हाला सर्च करायचा आहे आणि तुम्हाला त्याला नाव दिलेलं नाही, तर सर्चिंगसाठी टाइम जाणार, टाइम वेस्ट जाणार तुमचा. ओके, काय, आणि तुमचं त्यात स्ट्रेस निर्माण होणार की बाबा मी खरंच आज नोटबुक आणली का नाही भाऊ ह्या सब्जेक्टचे, आणि ह्या सब्जेक्टचं लेक्चर आहे आज, चुकून विसरलो तर नाही रूमवरती. ओके, सो द प्रोसेस समजतंय का? माझं बोलणं समजतंय का तुम्हाला? आणि तुम्ही काय केलं, त्या नोटबुक वरती सिम्पल नाव टाकलेलं आहे वरती, समजा पॉमची नोटबुक आहे, पॉम म्हणून नाव टाकलेलं आहे, आणि तुम्ही बॅग ओपन केली, लगेच तुम्हाला नोटबुक सापडली, संपला विषय, तुमचं लेक्चर चालू झालं. जर तुम्ही नाव नसेल टाकलं तर तुम्हाला प्रत्येक नोटबुक चेक करावी लागेल, आणि तुमचं ज्या सब्जेक्टचं लेक्चर चालू आहे तो सब्जेक्टचं सापडल्यानंतर, कधी ती पहिल्यांदा सापडेल, कधी ती शेवटी सापडेल, पण त्यात तुमचे 10 मिनिटं किंवा 5 मिनिटं किंवा 2 मिनिटं समजूया वेस्ट जातील. ओके, इन द सेम मॅनर व्हाईल सर्चिंग, एका लोकेशनला काम करताय आणि एक टूल बॉक्स ठेवलेला आहे, समजा टूल बॉक्स ठेवलेला आहे, आणि टूल बॉक्स मध्ये भरपूर टूल ठेवलेले आहेत, आणि तुम्हाला एक प्रोसेस करायची आहे, किंवा समजा गेजेस आहेत. ओके, M18, M16 असे गेजेस आहेत, आणि तुम्हाला गेजेसनं चेक करायचं आहे की क्वालिटी काय आहे मटेरियलची, किंवा त्याचं डायमेन्शन्स चेक करायचे आहेत गेजेसने. आणि वर्क चालू आहे आणि तुम्हाला ते गेजेस, भरपूर गेजेसचं टूल बॉक्स आहे तिथं, आणि त्यातनं एक टूल बॉक्स मधनं एकच गेज काढायचं आहे तुम्हाला, तर सर्चिंगसाठी तुम्हाला भरपूर टाइम लागणार आहे. तर तिथं तुम्ही काहीजण अप्लाय केला, म्हणजे असे स्मॉल स्मॉल थिंग्स आहेत. ओके, छोट्या छोट्या गोष्टी आहेत ज्यानं तुम्ही इम्प्रुव्हमेंट करू शकता आणि टाइम वाचवू शकता. चला, मी प्रॉपर लोकेशन दिलं त्या गेजेसला, त्या लोकेशनला, तर मला तिथून इमिडिएटली पर्टिक्युलर गेज मला पर्टिक्युलर टाइमला मिळून जाईल आणि माझा सर्चिंगचा टाइम आहे तो कमी होऊन जाईल. ओके, सिम्पल. ओके, आता एक लोकेशन हाईट वरती आहे. समजा तुम्ही उभं राहून काम करताय एका वर्क स्टेशन वरती आणि तुम्हाला मटेरियल खालून उचलावं लागतंय किंवा जे तुमच्याकडे काम करण्यासाठी ज्या मटेरियल वरती काम, ज्या प्रोडक्ट वरती काम करायचं त्या मटेरियलची जी बिन आहे, ओके, बिन मध्ये मटेरियल येतं, जी बिन आहे ती ग्राउंडला ठेवलेली आहे आणि प्रत्येक वेळेस तुम्हाला वाकावं लागतंय आणि त्या बिन मधनं मटेरियल काढून परत तिथं काम करून दुसऱ्या बिन मध्ये ठेवावं लागतंय. मग हे वाकणं, परत उठणं आणि परत ते मटेरियल वरती काम करणं, परत दुसऱ्या बिन मध्ये ठेवणं, ह्याच्यामुळे काय झालं, तुमचं फटीग झालं, बॉडीचं फटीग झालं. त्यामुळे तुमची इफिशियन्सी कमी होत जाणार. ओके, फटीग म्हणजे तुम्हाला त्या पाठीचा त्रास होऊ शकतो. ओके, तुम्हाला काम करू वाटणार नाही पुढं. हे झालं काय, त्या वर्करचं किंवा तुम्ही काम करताय म्हणून तुमचं फटीग त्या लोकेशनचं. इम्प्रुव्हमेंट काय करावं लागेल तुम्हाला, एकतर ते दोन्ही बिनची हाईट आहे ते तुमच्या अशा लेवलला आणून ठेवावं लागेल की जिथं तुम्हाला वाकायची गरज नाहीये किंवा जिथून तुम्ही न बघता सुद्धा मटेरियल लगेच पिक करू शकता, काम करू शकता आणि दुसऱ्या बिन मध्ये त्या बिन कडे न बघता तिथं तुम्ही ठेवू शकता. सो ही झाली काय, चेंज झाला. तुम्ही ग्राउंडला ठेवलेली जी बिन होती ती एका लोकेशनला आणली जिथून तुम्हाला न बघता सुद्धा त्या बिन मधनं तुम्ही मटेरियल घेऊ शकता आणि दुसऱ्या बिन मध्ये काम करून दुसऱ्या बिन मध्ये लगेच न बघता ठेवू शकता. ओके, तर ह्यानं काय झालं, तुमचं जे फटीग झालं ते रिड्यूस झालं. ओके, तुमची इफिशियन्सी वाढली आणि प्रोडक्टिव्हिटी वाढली, जेणेकरून तुम्ही जे काम करणार आहे ते अजून इफिशियंटली करू शकता आणि तुमचं प्रोडक्शन रेट पण त्यामुळे वाढून जाईल. ओके, हे सिम्पल एक्झाम्पल दिलेत मी. एक तुमचं पेनचं एक्झाम्पल दिलं की एक फिक्स लोकेशन दिलं तर तुम्हाला लवकर सापडेल. ठीक आहे, त्याच्यावर नेमिंग केलं नोटबुक वरती तर ती नोटबुक तुमच्या बॅग मध्ये लवकर सापडेल. त्यानंतर जे वर्करचं फटीग आहे ते वर्करचं फटीग रिड्यूस. हे छोटे छोटे जे पॉइंट आहेत की जेणेकरून तुमचं किंवा तिथं काम करणाऱ्याचं फटीग रिड्यूस होईल आणि त्याची इफिशियन्सी वाढेल. त्यासाठी जे चेंजेस केलेले आहेत त्याला कायझन म्हणतात. ओके, त्यासाठी जे चेंजेस केलेले आहेत त्याला कायझन म्हणतात. हे प्रोसेसमध्ये बी इम्प्लिमेंट होऊ शकतं. ओके, वेगवेगळ्या प्रोसेसेस असतात त्यासाठी इम्प्लिमेंट होऊ शकतं. आता समजून घ्या, एक 10 मीटर अंतरावरनं दुसरं वर्क स्टेशन आहे आणि एक वर्क म्हणजे 2 वर्क स्टेशन मध्ये 10 मीटर अंतर आहे आणि तुम्हाला दिवसातून 4 वेळा त्या दुसऱ्या वर्क स्टेशन वरती जावं लागतं आणि तिथून मटेरियल घेऊन तुमच्या वर्क स्टेशन वरती यावं लागतं. ओके, तर असून ह्यामध्ये तुमचं टाइम वेस्ट पण होतोय खूप. समजा तिथं दोघांमध्ये ते मटेरियल हँडलिंग डिव्हाइस आपण इम्प्लिमेंट केलं. ओके, मटेरियल हँडलिंग डिव्हाइस इम्प्लिमेंट केलं. ओके, असते ना बेल्ट, कन्व्हेयर ड्राईव्ह, चेन ड्राईव्ह. ओके, त्यातलं बेल्ट ड्राईव्ह आपण इम्प्लिमेंट केलं त्या 2 वर्क स्टेशन मध्ये. ओके, तर काय झालं, त्या माणसानं त्या बेल्ट ड्राईव्ह वरती किंवा त्या कन्व्हेयर वरती जे मटेरियल तुम्हाला ट्रान्सपोर्ट करायचं ते त्याच्यावरती टाकलं, डायरेक्टली तुम्हाला मिळालं. तुमचा टाइम रिड्यूस झाला. ओके, ऑटोमेशन झालं ह्या लोकेशनला 2 स्टेशन मध्ये आणि तुमची इफिशियन्सी वाढले. टाइम वेस्ट जो होत होता तो कमी झाला, इफिशियन्सी वाढले आणि काम पण आउटपुट पण वाढलं. ओके, सो दॅट चेंजेस इज नथिंग बट अ कायझन. दॅट चेंजेस इज नथिंग बट अ कायझन. समजतंय? सगळ्यांना समजलं? मी एक 4-5 एक्झाम्पल दिलेत. ओके ओके ओके, सो प्लीज राईट डाऊन. अजून कुणाला डाऊट असेल तरी पण विचारू शकता, कारण की ही मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट कानबन असेल, कायझन असेल, ह्या प्रोसेसेस कंपनीमध्ये इम्प्लिमेंट केल्या जातात कंटिन्युअस बेसिसवरती. मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये असं कोणतंही लोकेशन असू द्या, आयटी सेक्टर असू द्या, तिथं सुद्धा ह्या प्रोसेसेस इम्प्लिमेंट केल्या जातात. सो 5S मेथडला जी कायझन, कानबन, जस्ट इन टाइम ह्या प्रोसेसेस कंपनीमध्ये इम्प्लिमेंट केल्या जातात आणि तुम्हाला इंटरव्ह्यू मध्ये सुद्धा हे क्वेश्चन्स विचारले जातात. ओके, कायझन म्हणजे काय, कायझनचं एखादं एक्झाम्पल दे. ओके, कशासाठी कायझन वापरलं जातं, हे क्वेश्चन असतात. ओके, सो कायझन is the mean to achieve Kaizen is the mean to achieve Kaizen is the means to achieve a strategy corporate strategy not the strategy only strategy नाही तर ती corporate strategy okay Masaki Imai next point Kaizen is a Japanese business philosophy Kaizen is a Japanese business philosophy Kaizen is a Japanese business philosophy focused on making focused on making constant improvements making constant improvements full stop it underlying concept stresses there will be there will concept stresses there will always be room for there will always be there will always be room for improvement improvement full stop fundamentally Kaizen aims to improve Kaizen aims to improve all activities and processes and processes and processes and eliminate waste and excess eliminate waste and excess okay full stop okay so you will get n number of examples on WhatsApp on YouTube you will get a number of examples if you search Kaizen just word and if you check images on Google you'll get a number of examples related to Kaizen okay so the history of Kaizen the term Kaizen was officially coined the term Kaizen was officially coined in quality management expert Masaki Imai's book Kaizen the key to Japan's competitive success Masaki Imai's book Kaizen the key to Japan's competitive success in the mid 1980s full stop since then The philosophy has been widely successful. The philosophy has been widely successful. Comma, thanks in large part thanks in large part to image participation to image participation in preaching in preaching its Toyota taught virtues its Toyota taught virtues throughout the world throughout the world. However, post World War II, post World War II, United States, United States had its hands in. However, post World War II, United States had its hands in deploying or developing hands in developing Kaizen techniques as well. Hands in developing Kaizen techniques as well. Kaizen techniques as well. Full stop. Okay, no need to write. Write down next. Kaizen facility. Kaizen facility. The Kaizen facility operates on the notion that Kaizen facility operates on the notion that every individual and his or her ideas are an asset to the company. His or her ideas are an asset to the company. Most important philosophy, okay, related to Kaizen, that is Kaizen facility operates on the notion that every individual and his or her ideas are an asset to the company. Full stop. Next point, an environment where where mutual respect where mutual respect and recognition positive recognition are fostered positive recognition are fostered will prompt open communication will prompt open communication. Full stop. Improvements can only be made when people are willing to voice suggestions. 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 Full stop. Okay. Okay, write down. Next one. Kaizen can be implemented. Kaizen can be implemented in many ways, in many ways as an individual, as an individual, comma, with a small team approach, with a small team approach, comma, in a bedroom, in a boardroom, in a boardroom, in a boardroom, in a boardroom, dash, almost anywhere, almost anywhere at any time, almost anywhere at any time, almost anywhere at any time, full stop. It's a philosophy, it's a philosophy, it's a philosophy of effective improvement, of effective improvement and implementation. It's a philosophy of effective improvement and and implementation. Next point, Kaizen can also be implemented. Kaizen can also be implemented. Kaizen can also be implemented in a series of in a series of in a series of blitzes, in a series of blitzes, or a more long term, or a more long term gradual approach, or a more long term gradual approach, full stop. Next one, a key part of Kaizen, a key part of a Kaizen is the continual continual aspect, continual aspect of its improvements, of its improvements, of its improvements, dash, this is not a one time event, this is not a one time event, this is not a one time event, comma, but one that but one that but one that must be maintained, must be maintained, one that must be maintained and encouraged for years to come, for years to come, full stop. It is with it is with it is with the steady maintenance of Kaizen, it is with the steady maintenance of Kaizen, it is with the steady maintenance of Kaizen that true transformations occurs, that true transformation occurs. Okay, full stop. Next one, Kaizen is a process, Kaizen is a process focused, philosophy of a change, Kaizen is a process focused philosophy of change and and improvement improvement. Full stop. Follow it, follow it, and see small changes. Follow it and see small changes lead to big profits. Follow it and see small changes lead to big profits. Full stop. Suggestions and the changes that leads to comma should be implemented should be implemented immediately in a Kaizen environment. Full stop. Implementation of new ideas or reinforcement of old party practices or reinforcement of old practices or reinforcement of old practices is made clear with concise descriptive labels and signs. Okay, so that is about the Kaizen. So remaining part of the chapter we will see in the next lecture. We'll stop here. Just put up your roll numbers in the chat box and you can leave.